But when Sri Lanka just calm and they play their potential, they look like such a great outfit.
Lanka round the wicket, trying to get through maybe an over, maybe a few more now. Sri Lanka has bowled 3.
He's certainly trying to finish off that fifth bowler option. Bowl the rest of the overs. That's a good ball. Bowled not very much. 6 wickets. Average 8. Not much to talk home, but good choice to bowl himself when the opposition team's under pressure. Get the main bowlers back in the game after this over. You don't have to bowl your fifth bowler.
It's a good looking shot over extra cover. I'm back for 2 now. I mean, also aware of this. Look at the main bowlers. They haven't gone for anything. It's really only Shanaka who's gone for runs. And this is the one more over Sri Lanka will bowl. So Shamim very aware of that.
The unfortunate situation for Bangladesh is the fact that a non-regular bowler is bowling. Their state in the match doesn't allow them to take advantage of the situation. They have to still build a partnership and still bat through the next 4 or 5 overs without losing a wicket to give themselves a chance to get to 140, 150 maybe.
Wicket, big slog sweep, but just a single.
Playing with fire here, Shakir Ali. He doesn't get that right. It had more pressure on Bangladesh.
That's the way the cut shot. He's got it in the gap, but that deep point, very fine.
Interesting field there, but he doesn't have a sweeper cover, but he's got deep backward point. For Shamim, I think he plays the reverse sweep quite a bit. So, really, Sri Lanka doing their homework as well.
Sri Lanka, it's through his overs, concedes 67-5.
Patirana back into the attack. 1 over in the power play, went for 6. But this is the time of the game that he likes to bowl a lot of control. Sri Lanka have been good. Sri Lanka has got rid of the 4th or the 5th bowler between Shanaka and himself. 33 for none. The 4 overs have cost. Well, a lot to cheer about for fans that have come in, especially the Sri Lankan fans. Yeah, when the games are on, atmosphere in Sri Lanka, especially the Papari bands blaring, the colours, they'll be dancing right throughout the game. As we always say, a team plays to the beat of the drum. Well, not outnumbered though by Bangladeshi fans, but you can understand why the tension in the face.
Yeah, the Bangladesh fans have also come in big numbers, but will be very, very disappointed to see what has happened so far in this match. Came in big numbers, they were dancing in the aisles, but then the bowlers to such a great line. The length that just kept on big wickets, and now they're a little bit more silent, hoping there is a partnership between these two.
Look, there'll be a number in their mind now. Rashad Hussain is next. He can hit the ball. Under 8 overs to go. Where would Bangladesh like to be, Athar? That's the key. This rate is 110, 7 and over is 120. What do you think will give their bowlers a chance?
140. It's 9 runs per over will get them 136. They need a couple of big overs. We know both these batters can score quickly and hit big shots. But the problem is too many wickets lost. 5 already down in the 13th over. Shamim was in the middle, the left-hander. He scored 48 of 27. Batting at number 6 was a Sri Lankan Tambula in July 2025 in that match, winning a series. And Phil Simmons, the head coach, will be big that he can repeat that particular innings.
But up against Tushara, who's got 1. Patirana will have 2 after this. Chamira has 2. He's hit that well in front of square. They needed that.
Yeah, they haven't been able to pick up boundaries, but that's a very crucial one at this stage of the game. And look at the fans, they go wild in the stands. But still a lot of hard work to be done from this pair. But Shamim Hussain has played that beautifully. He had to get on top of it. It's not an easy shot to play, and pulled it down in front of the square. Very good.
Yeah, real good shot to get it in front. Outfield not very quick, but it still ran away. Got to believe, you got to keep competing. 21 runs of 18 for the 6th wicket. Another overs or options that Sri Lanka has is Hasaranga's got 2 as well. There's some quality bowlers coming at you. The difference from that series that Bangladesh won in Sri Lanka to here, there was no Patirana, there was no Chamira, there was no Hasaranga. Good, really good. Oh, very good from Kusal Mendis as well. This will be tight. Good cricket all around.
TV Ambadu Director, we have an umpire review for run out at striker end. Please give me best right on angle.
වගේ නිදාන්නු එහෙම පුළුවන්
Can you go frame by frame, 1 frame back? Can you give me split screen on this, please? Copy that, thank you.
What about the dive? Unbelievable. That gets him home, I'd say. Coming, the Mendis was the fielder in the deep. Good cricket all around. Good running between the wickets and an unbelievable dive.
Yeah, copy, thank you. Yeah, 1 frame back, please. Yeah, bat is grounded when the wickets are broken. I'm ready with my decision for the big screen.
Unbelievable effort. 76 for 5. Asaranga starts the 3rd over. watch Shamim Hussein's dive time and time again. Throw was wide, and Kusal Mendis was in an awkward position. For him to still feel he needed to dive, that's incredible. 133, that's 9 runs and over. 10 runs and over is what you're after, Athar.
Yeah, what a dive. Looked like the Superman dive. Was in the air. And he made sure he grounded his bat. Excellent. Absolutely sensational.
The gap, long boundary. To get himself another couple. This is the way to keep going.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম ভাই। যে সকল ভাইয়েরা নেট অ্যাকাউন্ট করতে চান দেখেন কমেন্ট বক্সে লিংক আছে, সরাসরি হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে মেসেজ করুন। অ্যাকাউন্ট করে ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটেই পাবেন 10% বোনাস এবং লেনদেন সার্ভিস পাবেন 5 মিনিটের মধ্যে ক্লিয়ার। নগদ রকেটের মাধ্যমে লেনদেন করতে পারবেন। প্রবাসী ভাইয়েরা ব্যাংক অ্যাকাউন্ট নিয়ে বাজি খেলতে পারবেন। অ্যাকাউন্ট করতে চাইলে হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে যোগাযোগ করুন।
Couple of runs when you hit it with softer hands. Maybe don't try to hit too hard. You can pick up 2 easy couples here.
Goes again, this time Upish, but in the gap. That's 4. For the first time this innings, the run rate above 6.
The shot selections have been spot on, especially from the bat of Shamim Hussain. He picked up the length very quickly and backed himself to play that pull shot down on his knee, and he creates the gap to pick up another boundary here.
Well, a while ago, if you thought the Bangladeshi fans were quiet, not anymore, on their feet, dancing away. Wonderful partnership building. Takes it off the stumps. 8 off the Hasaranga over so far, so they're kicking away nicely. Get to the 16th over with this partnership together, then you can look at this game in a different way. Then things will start changing. Even the mindset of the Sri Lankans will change. The initial goal of the lower order or the middle at the moment will need to stay competitive, to give the bowlers something to bowl at. Asks a question, nothing from the umpire. I think that was slightly leg side. He's 84 for 5. Bangladesh fighting back. Yeah, 36 balls remaining. Wonderful fight back. Shamim Hussain really standing up for now. Jakar Ali, who can hit the ball, he's playing second fiddle. Matisha Patirana. Nice and full. Three for 11. Bangladesh were, in fact, after the first 2 overs, 2 wickets had fallen and yet to get off the mark. First it was Litton Das. Now these two, Shamim and Jaka, really turning things on. How is Hasaranga, and what a difference he makes for this Sri Lankan effort. Such belief. He's been out for a while, quite a long time with injury. And straight in, he did not feature in Zimbabwe. Came in here and he's playing as if he's been there right through. No feelers, working your way in. Good to see him throw himself around in the field. Slices that over mid-off. One bounce for four.
Now that's a really good option. I was just thinking, what are his options when he's on strike? Look out for whether you can get that elevation and pick up the length perfectly. Ensure you go over the top of the infield, and that's exactly what happened. Make some room, and he knew the fielder was inside the circle on the offside. That is terrific hit. That is a very, very good hit.
He picked the slower ball. With Patirana's action, that's not easy to do. Down the ground, this would be a couple because he's placed it so well. Oh no, Jakarali falls over now. Hasaranga, his variations, his accuracy, you have to admire. In the Asia Cup in 2022, 9 wickets at 18. The T20 World Cup in 2021 in these conditions, 16 at 9.7. His variations, his googly is the most effective delivery, his go-to delivery. Always good to have that celebration from a Sri Lankan point of view.
The righty, not just the googly, also the top spinner, the genuine leg spin. He's been brilliant this evening.
Still happy to let Shamim Hossain do all the lifting, the power lifting.
It's been a good over. Remember, they picked up 8 runs in the previous over. They already have 8. They haven't played a dot delivery. So if they can manage to pick up a boundary here, then the innings gets going. Yeah, 10 from here on, and will fetch them 143. The last few overs have been good.
.30 for 3 at the end of the power play. And now, they go for 1 and they take it. 94 for 5 after 15. Well, they're fought back. Five overs, they're now in a position from where they can make a dash and put a decent score on the board.
Possible. They'll have to be careful, especially against the man on screen. Ananda Hazard has gone only for 18. Has picked up a couple of wickets. So they need to be a little bit more set and play some smart cricket to make sure that he's still there after this over ends.
Tamil fine fielder. And X factors, that's what Bangladesh needed.
They found one.
Being a left-hander, batting with the right-hander, also create more opportunities because the field change. He's been excellent. He's picked up boundaries, 27 of 21, but is quite keen to rotate the strike. He's already seen him doing that Superman. When he was coming back for the second run, so it's a partnership, and have someone like Shamim Hussain who can also hit big shots. Remember, they've recently inclusion of Julian Wood, the passing coach. Both these batters, according to team management, are more than capable of hitting sixes. Yes, they haven't seen a six yet, but don't be surprised if they pick a couple of them before the end of this innings.
Will he go now? Well, he tries. Bottom edge will take it away from the fielder. Once again, in the outfield, Kamil Mishara this time. 43-run partnership of 34 balls. It's been a wonderful partnership because they were under tremendous pressure. 53 for 5 when these two came together. The little bit of luck that Bangladesh needed came in the form of a Hasaranga googly hitting the stumps. Bales just popped up and rested back in the groove, which meant Jakar Ali survived. 2 for 22 to Hasaranga. Got 2 more balls in his spell.
4 singles in the first 4 deliveries, and if they somehow find a boundary again.
Mid-off, can't get to it. It's not the boundary, but they've got a couple.
Very good shot, innovation, because he had to go down, and then when he saw that the length was not there, he opened the face of the bat. Very good. Not enough on the bat because it was just a couple of runs, but it's still an effective partner to pick up those 2 runs.
I think he picked the googly. He went with the turn. Yep, happy to play him out. It's a good spell from Hasaranga. He ends with 2 for 25 as the hundreds on the board at the end of the 16th. 105. Down to the last 4 overs. 100 for 5. Good partnership. 47 of 37. And exactly what Bangladesh wanted. 2 set batters going into the end, Basit. And they got Shamim 31 of 24, Chakir 21 of 20. Ideal position. Fielder can pack a punch, I'll tell you. That is bowling. Finishes with a dot. And 6 for 5. Partnership happens. This is how it started. It was the first over. Counted for Tawhid Rijoy, and at that time Bangladesh 3 for 11, a direct hit. He was always in trouble. In that leg before for Manidu Hasaranga coming back. His very first over, and then the skipper. So at that stage, 53 for 5, and Bangladesh in a serious amount of strife. So that's what really adds so much of value to this partnership. 55 or 45. Very good from Chamira, wide outside the offs. I'm just hiding the ball outside there because he has a bit of an extra cover in the circle. So making sure that he bowls to those defensive fielders on the fence. Both batters now just trying to work out where they can get a boundary. 56 46. Time for this man. Go big, and he looks to swing it away on the leg side. Couple of runs only. Shamim has been very good at the other end, 34 of 29. He's actually taken the impetus. And what an innings it's been, Basim. Yeah, he's given himself a chance by going very deep in the crease. Almost making his own length. A little bit more time to be able to play it as late as possible, and then we provide him length. He can launch. Most power hitters make sure that they use either the depth of the crease or give themselves a few steps down the track too.
This is good bowling, really good bowling. He's going full. He's bowling quickly, but he's going full, not letting Jack Raleigh get underneath it. So far, what has happened is, with the wide, in the first 4 deliveries, just 6 runs conceded. Sri Lanka will take it.
19 deliveries since the last boundary. So talk about taking wickets and talk about putting pressure up front. Defensive bowling skills is what wins you game in T20 cricket. This is terrific little period for Sri Lanka. Yes, no wickets, but they're not conceding too many.
It's about bowling in different phases of the game, isn't it? Bowling at the depth is also. We talk about an art. They should know exactly what lines and lengths varying. Middle overs are so different. Very good looking for wickets. Power play. Again, we talk of the skill level of bowlers. Just looking to try and open that area, go through third. It's full and wide again. This good bowling.
Ball throughout the over and so
আসসালামু আলাইকুম ভাই। যে সকল ভাইয়েরা বেট অ্যাকাউন্ট করতে চান দেখেন কমেন্ট বক্সে লিংক আছে, সরাসরি হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে মেসেজ করুন। অ্যাকাউন্ট করে ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটেই পাবেন 10% বোনাস এবং লেনদেন সার্ভিস পাবেন সর্বোচ্চ 5 মিনিটের মধ্যে ক্লিয়ার। বিকাশ নগদ রকেটের মাধ্যমে লেনদেন করতে পারবেন। প্রবাসী ভাইয়েরা ব্যাট অ্যাকাউন্ট নিয়ে বাজি খেলতে পারবেন। অ্যাকাউন্ট করতে চাইলে হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে যোগাযোগ করুন।
Right, we're down to the last 2 overs. They're enjoying themselves. They're celebrating. They think Sri Lanka in with a great chance, having Bangladesh at 113 for 5 with 2 overs to go. Yeah, good numbers have turned up, I can tell you. Not just Sri Lankan fans, but Bangladeshi fans as well. Quite a few of them in the UAE, and the very good crowd. Great atmosphere at Abu Dhabi. Oh, this is big. This is huge. I think it came off the middle of the bat. It has gone into the night sky and gone the distance.
Bangladesh really needed that. There was a drought with the boundary hitting, but Shamim is provided and he just picked it up and hit it over mid-wicket. Lovely swing of the bat. Is quite a big hit. First 6 of the innings in the 19th over.
And a great time to have that. Good start to the over for Bangladesh. They've already got 6 runs in the first ball. Now that puts so much of pressure on Matisha Patirana. Bangladesh will try to maximize 6 of the first delivery, going at a little over 6.5 runs and over 5 balls left. 1 more over after that. Oh, that's a wide, and keeper misses it too. So that will give them a couple of runs with still 5 more balls to go.
Yeah, 8 of the overs, just 1 ball bowled. Bangladesh need to make this the over, which propels them in the direction of 140, 150 even. And Zakir Ali, who is renowned for power hitting, renowned for hitting sixes, has really got his radar right today. It's 27 of 26. Now, can he find the fence? A lot of changes in the field. The third in the circle, fine leg and a short square leg in the circle. Now, will this be called a wide? It's a confirmed wide again. Well, I'll tell you what, this pair has been outstanding. 69 runs, the partnership. Let's take a look at that batting card, the Bangladesh batting card. Nothing to talk about in terms of those first 5 wickets, just 28 to lit on. And rest of them single figure digits. But then, look what has happened. Shakir Ali 27, Shamim Hossain 40. Asia. And he goes over the top. Should be caught in the deep. And they'll come for 2. Shakir just needs to find his range. We know that he's a very powerful hitter. Just slice that over the top. It's quite oppressive conditions, so need to make sure you get air in before you swing big again. Still got 4 legitimate deliveries. Another wide. Another wide. I can tell you what, I've just been given some information about Pathirana since 2022 in T20s. He's bowled 214 white balls and conceded almost close to around 300 runs. That's the package Pathirana comes up with. He can be wavered, but he's also wicket taker for you. An attacking op. But in this Bangladesh, they'll come back to probably the most difficult skill as a boundary rider. Racing in and diving forward to take the catch. Think of your tennis as all with first, but you could see that jump.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম। যে সকল ভাইয়েরা বেট অ্যাকাউন্ট করতে চান দেখেন কমেন্ট বক্সে লিংক আছে, সরাসরি হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে মেসেজ করুন। করে ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটেই পাবেন 10% বোনাস এবং লেনদেন সার্ভিস পাবেন সর্বোচ্চ 5 মিনিটের মধ্যে ক্লিয়ার। বিকাশ নগদ রকেটের মাধ্যমে লেনদেন করতে পারবেন। প্রবাসী ভাইয়েরা ব্যাট অ্যাকাউন্ট নিয়ে বাজি খেলতে পারবেন। করতে চাই হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে
Energy being sucked out of you. You back for a number of overs. He's been out there for almost 10 overs now. Jarkin needs to find the fence. Oh, that's bit well. Could have very nearly been a candidate for LBW, but he manages to just squeeze it away for another single. Pathirana going full and straight that time. Trying the ramp. The skew ended it. There was the opportunity to go fine, but very difficult with the action that Pathirana has to actually pay that shot. Now, last delivery to the 19th, 7 deliveries remaining. Now, Bangladesh will be thinking 2 hits or maybe 3 and go to the fence. Last ball of the over. 41 runs conceded by Pathirana. And they'll get a single. He finishes with 42 of his 4 and we are down to the last over. Bangladesh won the for 5. Well, the perfect time to have that big building, the 19th over, that was a massive over. 78 of 59, Bangladesh having the momentum. That's what they're after. They need to finish well. They need to carry the momentum. Just to give them that hope, give them some runs to bowl at, and this pair have done that job perfectly. Shamim 41 of 32, Chakrali 34 of 30. Right, we're down to the last over. Dushman Shamira has been outstanding. 1 for 9 in 3. Shamim on strike.
Starts off with pace off. That's good bowling. As far as Shamir is concerned, he's been outstanding with those lines and length, and he's looked to go full all the time.
They're just sticking to the plan and nailing them almost every time. Able to hit that popping crease 3 times out of 6, basically. So no answer from Bangladesh yet. They haven't been able to take him to task with that length. It's been brilliant. It's working beautifully. Third and fine are quite fine.
You talk about the lengths he bowls, you talk about the Yorkers, and that tells you that he's bowling those Yorkers at will. Just not letting the batters to get on, and he's going quick. He seemed to be in very good bowling rhythm. We saw it in Zimbabwe. He's just carried on from where he left off.
And the good thing is that he's not changing it up. T20 cricket, you see bowlers go to the slow one, go to the slow bouncer, but he's just stuck to the Yorkers. It's working well. Just carry on.
Got a third and a fine leg on the boundary. Again. This is outstanding stuff. They'll come for 2. But just look at how Chamira is executing these deliveries, these Yorkers.
Yeah, absolutely superb. There's no let go from that length. Little bit of tail this time, but the length absolutely perfect. You can't ask for more. 20th over. For 3 deliveries.
Cleverly bowled. Cleverly bowled. Pace off that time, I think. Just completely outsmarted. In fact, that space on. I can tell you that Bangladesh, this pair has an exceptionally well. But just look at this delivery. Completely outsmarted the batter. Just thinking ahead. Just thinking a step ahead. In anticipation. He looks to slam it away on the offside and he gets a boundary. That's what Dakir Ali was after. After some wonderful deliveries, those Yorkers, he gets it in the slot.
Yeah, finally, just a smidgen of length for Dakir Ali. Backed away. And for once, Chamira did not nail it perfectly with the Yorker. But Dakir Ali goes past extra cover. Last delivery now. Can Dakir Ali finish on a high? Can he get another boundary here?
Bangladesh would love to have that boundary there after. This time goes full and straight. They'll want to come for 2. They won't. Good feeling in the team, but Bangladesh will be very pleased with this effort. They've got 139 for 5, unfinished partnership of 86 of 65, and they'll certainly tell themselves that they've given their bowlers something to bowl at.
For 5. Chamira just went for 17 off his 4. The partnership 86 of 65, but the high quality bowling from Sri Lanka, they'll be very happy with the first 20 overs. Start of the game, you offer Sri Lanka 140 to win, they would have grabbed that. And a very happy unit. Fast bowlers started it all off. Defensive bowling skills by Chamira in the end. But in the mid overs, Ranga got those couple of wickets, and that has meant that Sri Lanka all smiles after the first 20.
Tremendous effort on the part of Bangladesh. A record stand for the 6th wicket with 86 of 65. Nothing to show at the top, but look at Dakir Ali and Shamim Hussain, 41 of 34 and 42 of 34. A very respectable 139 for 5 for Bangladesh.
really resurrected the innings. Jakir Ali and Shami, 3 for 5. They got together and slowly built up. Became the more aggressive of the two. The shots over the top offside. And that was probably the shot of the innings. Over wicket, over the top. This was the last over where Jakir Ali got a boundary through extra cover over the top. Partnership 86 of just 65, but nothing much else. So that has meant that Bangladesh just got to 139, which you would say is below par here at Abu Dhabi.
Right, Sri Lankan bowling was very good at the top. Tushara and Chamira were outstanding. Tushara 1 for 17 with 13 dots. Chamira 1 for 17, 15 dots, but it was Matisha Pathurana who leaked some runs going at 10.5. And Wanindu Hasaranga also doing his bit. Right, so let's take a look at the target. Bangladesh have done exceptionally well, and this is what Sri Lanka needs. 140 of 20 overs. And it's time for a break, and when we come back, it will be the Sri Lankan response.
Group B of this DP World Asia Cup 2025. And that is because Bangladesh recovered from 53 for 5 to 39. Sri Lanka will have to go at exactly 7 and over to kick off with a win. Adam Misanka, as usual, out there to open the batting for Sri Lanka, has become a very key player for them. One of their most consistent performers in all formats, really, over the last few years. He's just started to up his strike rate as well. You sense that maybe a lot of this chase hinges on the start he can provide. Toriful Islam, the one change for Bangladesh, coming in for the veteran Taskin Ahmed. Wanted to have a left arm seamer in there, and he's got the new ball in hand. Breeze should help. Sanka and Mendes, very experienced pair, the two of them. Two short, punchy right-handers. Those are Nisanka's stats. Very good average, 30. Strike rate, 123, but it has been on the up of late. Also, Mendes is a talent. He's been around for a long time. Test debut at just 20 years old. Now he's had 85 innings in this format. Average slightly lower than Nisanka, but the strike rate's slightly higher, 131. He tends to take the initiative a little bit more in the power play. Toriful has a good record, 58 wickets in his 53 matches, economy decent, 8.1, and he's got the wind going from right to left from pavilion end, so should help in swing into the right-hander. Final moments of contemplation. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We've counted down. 140 the target. Solid defensive shot. Bit of a mix-up in the middle between the batters. Sanka sent back. Throw came in. Might have been close, this Sattar Ali Khan. A good piece of fielding here because the non-striker was way out in the middle. They needed a direct hit. A good pickup. Really good stop. This is Saif Hassan, substitute fielder. Full swing. Isn't it? Opening bowlers can find the same openers did. Well, for me, it's a surprise not to see someone like Taskin Ahmed in the 11. To be really honest, 14 wickets in the last 5 matches at 8.5. And picked up cover wickets in his very first over in the last 2 games also. Really don't find any reason why he has not been able to make a cut this evening for Bangladesh. Right. Responsibility on the left-arm seamer, Shariful Islam. Quick single. It's a good one as well. Another full-length dive. Jakarali is off the field. He did look a bit exhausted, didn't he, towards the end of his innings? Ran a lot of twos, scampered in between the wickets. He was drenched in sweat. Wonder if it's a bit of cramp or something a bit more serious. He did his job for his side, didn't he? Partnership of 86 off 65 balls with Shamim Hossain has given them something to bowl at. Bit of fielding again. Started well in the field. Yeah, they'll need to be really sharp in the field because it's not a big total to defend. 139 on the board. Remember, at the halfway stage, they were 54 for 5, Bangladesh. Good recovery with that record partnership, the 6th between Shamim Hossain and Chakarali. They added 86 of 65. Need to find ways to pick up early wickets here because if you don't, Sri Lanka is going to cruise along.
Far from chopping on there, a little bit late on that 84 miles an hour from the tall Shoreful. What a lightning start it was by Sri Lanka with the ball. Back-to-back wicket maidens, both openers gone for ducks. 11 for 3, 53 for 5, and then Jakarali and Shamim Hossain both scoring in the 40s, 41 and 42. It's just got them out of a hole.
That's where it hurt Bangladesh. Okay, they did lose 2 wickets, but those 2 wickets fell in the first 2 overs without a single run being scored. So that 140 score, 139 that Bangladesh made, came in 18 overs.
Nice, just glides that out towards deep third, only for 1, but it's a good first over from Shoreful. 4 without loss. Anticipation building in the crowd. This, I don't know, could be a tight one. They look nervous, don't they? The Bangladeshi fans. Doesn't take much to get them off their feet, though. Same with the Sri Lankans, to be fair. It's been an absolutely cracking atmosphere. It feels really that the tournament proper has started today here in Abu Dhabi with a brilliant set of fans on both sides. Right, left arm seam from both. Mustafiza's taking the new ball. Doesn't often take the new ball, does he, the Fizz?
You're in search of a breakthrough, an early breakthrough, and they believe that Fizz can deliver the goods. They've gone with 2 left-arm seamers right from the word go. Remember, Mahdi Hassan, who's in the squad right arm off spinner, usually do tend to bowl with the new ball. Not tonight.
Might be a wide. Yeah, to bowl that one again. So it's a different job for Fizz with the ball. It means, of course, that he has 1 less over towards the back end as well. He might even bowl 2 overs in the power play. That's make leaving out Tuscan Ahmed all the more perplexing in some ways.
Yeah, it's about taking wickets, Floyd, because if you don't pick up early wickets, then no point keeping the overs in the end because they've got to try to bowl Sri Lanka out.
Hint of width. Opposition fielder just behind square on the boundary, Rishad Hossain. How are you feeling about this score, Atta? Because spoke to Roshan in the break there. He was feeling a bit nervous actually on behalf of Sri Lanka because he felt Bangladesh just had a bit of momentum.
Well, I mentioned earlier, Bangladesh need early wickets. If they can somehow manage to pick up early wickets, then probably they'll have a better chance to go and defend this total. Not enough runs on the board. I still feel 25 runs short.
Great shot. All the way. Magnificent pull shot. So casual.
Effortless. Have a look at this shot. Too easy. Fits up nicely, hangs on to the crease, inside the crease, and then slams it away. Really good pickup shot.
This time he goes to the offside. Wasn't much width there. It's backed away slightly. No swingers yet for Mustafiza. Atam Nisanka is in good form. Spotlight on him today. Sri Lanka's top scorer in Zimbabwe in a series which they won 2-1 before coming here. Had a strike rate of 160 in that series too. The player you feel is just getting better and better in the shorter format. It's gone! That's the early wicket that Bangladesh needed. And Mustafiza has been given the new ball and he's given them a wicket.
That's the reason why he has been asked to come in and bowl the second over. So you got to give credit to Lichun Kumar Das, the skipper, to have that belief that we've got to find a way to pick up an early wicket. Brings up his on, a smash for a six in this over, and he comes back strongly. Outside edge, straight to the keeper. That's exactly what they needed, an early wicket. The Kusal Mendes gone for 3. Sri Lanka 30 for 1.
Kamala Mishara in at number 3, in form as well. Played a fantastic innings, match-winning innings against Zimbabwe. Nice ball in the second over. Fantastic over. Goes for 9, but he's got the breakthrough. 13 for 1. Sean Tate, Bangladesh bowling coach, looking on. Ask bowling coach. Coached Afghanistan as well. Miscue. Going to get 1 though. So Shoreful is getting a little bit of in shape.
Yeah, they realize the fact that if you look at what Sri Lanka did earlier on, there were seamers, 3 seamers pulled up front. That's the wicket. And outside edge, Chedman edge, and well taken by the skipper. And he also feels that it's going to be the seamers. Another angle to look at that catch. And his work just so far in favor of Bangladesh. What the fans would love to see is Shariful Islam also among the wickets.
Got to slip in. Well fielded. Fielding's been on point. Throw comes in as well from Rishad Hossain. Bangladesh look up for it in the field, that's for sure.
That will certainly uplift the morale of the team. Nicely struck. Rishad Hossain was brilliant. One-handed, right-handed save is going away from him. Have a look at this. A really good piece of fielding. And a shy at the stumps also.
Rushes out a hard length on that occasion. Kamala Mishara should be full of confidence. He's just off his highest score in T20 international cricket, 73 not out. of just 43 balls to lead Sri Lanka to a win in the deciding match against Zimbabwe. Before that, hadn't done too much. Sole 50. Going to be a wide. Wasn't a great shot, was it, from Mishara? Just waft, really. It went straight down the pitch.
The very first time it was evident that the ball has started to move away from the left hander. You got to get it right. You got to get it right a little bit closer towards the off stump.
Well, it's been a good over. 2 off it so far. In fact, general been excellent here. He's conceded just 6 off 10 balls. Interesting that both sides have just found it hard to get the ball away in the early stages of their innings. A little bit easier for Sri Lanka. They've already got up to 15, but got off to an absolute flyer. Definitely better than Bangladesh, though. Didn't score until the 3rd over. Thick edge. Again, the fielder is well positioned. A very wide, deep 3rd.
Trying to hit it on the up. Mishara finds an outside edge, flies over, but short of that fielder at 3rd. He's the one who smashed that 6 of his that over. Wait and see how he goes on from here, because he is an attacking player. The Sanka.
Slip and on the drive now. The cover. Sanka will keep the strike. 17 for 1.
That the power plays
1 of 7 before those flurry of boundary. This one in the gap, and this will go as well. And that's the beauty of someone like Patum Nisanka. He's calm. He watches the ball, plays it to the merit. And when he does that, he does try to overhit. He's such an effective bat.
all class, isn't it? The way he's batting. Look at this drive. Not much movement, but just look at how the bat meets the ball. Striking the middle, picking that gap, covering the line as Mustafi is looking to go across the right-hander. Brilliantly done. Oh, wanted a single, but then Sri Lanka so far has had a wonderful power play. Yes, they did lose Mendes early, but they've come back strongly.
Solid power play. This is great. Both teams. Patum Nisanka's first 6 was amazing. Great little delivery to get Kusal Mendes out from Mustafizood. Fielding a little on and off. This one, easy catch should have been taken. But after that, Ishara came into the party. Took his time to get off the blocks a little bit, but now he's up and running.
And he's got to get more runs here. He's picking those gaps at will.
Brings up the 50 partnership as well, Roshan. The magic of staying in the present and playing the ball to its merit. In high pressure situations, when you find good batters, just staying in the present, watching the ball, they're able to see potential, boundaries and sixes all the time. That's exactly what happened with this ball. Stayed calm, watch the slower ball out of his hands, and pick the screws out of it.
See the importance of that early domination. You could see that Bangladesh is still not rattled, but you could see the body language. If you look at the way Litton Das looked with that boundary, he knows that it's important that they strike early. And now that required run rate is under 6 runs and over.
It is 52, just 32 deliveries from these two. And to see that they were actually also run a ball, but just in a matter of a couple of overs, it's like the story is flipped. Now, averaging 60 and strike rate of 170 at the moment.
We'll get a single. 7 done, 66 for 1.
$66 for 1, Sri Lanka in 7 overs. Had a sedate start to the power play initially. Lost a wicket of Kusal Mendis. But after that, the last 2 overs have brought 22 runs for Sri Lanka. In fact, the last 4 about 49. 55-run partnership of 33 deliveries. But these two lads, the youngster Kamil Mishra, Pathum Nissanka, are batting really well. I think the leg spinner Rishad has come into the attack.
Well, we do know that Pathum Nissanka is the experience, though he's quite young. But if you really want to look at an X-factor player, Kamil Mishra is living up to it. He's 25 or 15. Little chip over the top. Only a single, but I like to see this contest. Rishad versus the Sri Lankan batters.
Ishara has been very impressive. This youngster, heard about this youngster quite a lot actually. John, it's very early in his career, isn't he? He's played 3 or 4 games. Kamil Mishra, tell us a little bit more about him, Roshan.
Well, always. He was always thought of as somebody with a lot of potential. And early days in his career, and I can tell you that he made a wonderful 73 against Zimbabwe. It was the way he constructed the innings. And very, very early. He hails from the Nondescripts Cricket Club. And, well, he's already starting to make a name for himself. And you're speaking about the importance of number 3. So if you're talking about that's wide, that's gone for 4, that will run away to the boundary. But just to quickly finish on Mishra, it tells you the amount of trust and confidence the team management has to throw him in at number 3 and give him that responsibility. That's the kind of player he is.
Well, I love the fact that he's getting the opportunity at number 3. Poor delivery, this one. Rishad, googly down the leg side. It's always going to be hard for the wicketkeeper. But one can only hope that he continues to get that kind of run like Pathum Nissanka has gotten at the top of the order. In that Sri Lankan batting order over the last couple of years. Lack of consistency, lack of security for the players. One can only hope that when that's sorted out for them, we'll see a lot more performances like this. Talented young kid here. Clean hitting, clean batting. Good technique as well. Another wide delivery from Rishad. He's feeling the heat now.
Well, I think this is a problem. As a leg spinner, you can be a luxury. You can be a wicket taker, but you can also leak runs. So he's under some pressure. But back on the Sri Lankan batting lineup you're talking about, I think it's a case of now. Down the ground, one bounce for four. Kamil Mishara is starting to enjoy himself. He's moved to 13. Quick time of just 17 deliveries.
It was in the slot, that one. Any high quality player will pick it up very easily. Exactly what Mishara did. It was over pitch, just outside the off stump. Aim it straight, clean as a whistle. 4 more runs for Sri Lanka.
A little bit more about Mishara. He's also a wicket keeper. Can bowl off spin. He adds a lot. That's wrong and picked it well.
Yeah, you need that consistency as a youngster. The opportunity to display and portray your skills and show them how good you are at this level. And that performances as well builds confidence. Confidence at this level, when you start doing well, it's a funny thing. Makes you feel unstoppable.
Last ball of the over. Again, another poor delivery. That's a drag down. This is a big over. They've got 14 runs of it. In fact, 18 runs of it. 84 for 1.
Change of ends for Mahdi. It's just falling apart at the moment because Kamil Mishara, he started taking control of proceedings. Pathum Nisanka getting a freebie, Bazid. Few mistakes now creeping into the game from Bangladesh. But they started off their bowling effort brilliantly. Fielders throwing themselves around. In the gap, hit hard, another 4.
They're picking up the length so quickly. Yes, it is slightly short, but he's played that beautifully. Drops back, stays low, and smashes it next side. Straight away, knows exactly where he's going to hit this.
All along the ground, not looking to take the fielders on long boundaries. Hit the gap. The ball race away. Litton Das. He's got issues. He's got problems now. Where does he go for the wicket? Where does he go? Or who does he turn to?
At the moment, it's all one-way traffic. Sri Lanka trying to do this at a canter, going at 10 and a half, and they probably have now one look at the net run rate straight away.
Yeah, and if they can now power their way home, Bangladesh's net run rate also takes a hit. So it's a double whammy.
Yeah, it makes it very difficult for then Bangladesh to come back into the tournament. They'll have to obviously beat Afghanistan, but if the net run rate is such, then it makes it very difficult.
And they didn't do themselves any favors against Hong Kong, China in terms of pushing that net run rate high. Little drop kick. Kamil Mishara. They've been looking forward to him taking over, and this is what Sri Lanka missed at 3.
young player coming and playing like he has fearless. He was dropped when he was one. He had faced 7 balls at that stage. Since that moment, he scored 32 of 13. And it's since that drop that Sri Lanka's innings has started taking off. 92 for 1. Sanka. 41 of 27. What a good player. His good cricketing shots. Hardly takes a risk. Where else do you go? Mustafizur, most experienced bowler. In the gap. Nicely punched. Starts the over with a boundary. It's such a classy shot. Just giving himself a little bit of room. But when he plays these elegant drives, he really take notice. Beautiful placement through the offside. And room also because he's off in the circle. So he knows if he wants a boundary, it's that angle that he can use. Now, Pathum Nissanka is on 45. He's 5 runs short of 2,000 T20 runs. Make that 4. Very good. Shoriful make that 3 now as they come back for a couple. And the timing is always there when Nissanka bats. And the ability to use the pace, also stay with the shot. Very rarely does he lose shape while batting. That's the key to his success. The effort still good from Bangladesh. Oh, that's thrown over. We'll have to wait for the signal. Wides. 100 on the board for Sri Lanka. Things really going downhill now for Bangladesh. The short ball sails over the keeper's head. And Sri Lanka going along now at over 11 to the over. No chance for Little Das. 37 required. Got to step on it. Leave nothing to chance. Really put the pressure on Bangladesh here. He wants to. Mustafizur does well. The last couple of years has really changed Nissanka's way of playing T20 cricket. Really upturn in form. Now strikes at 140 last couple of years and averages over 35. So there has been a significant change there. Also, he is ranked number 7 in the ICC T20 rankings. That's such a player and such a dominant player up top because he's in form. And something has changed the way that he's batted in T20s. A lot of freedom has come into his game. He's worked slightly on his technique. His flick used to go across towards the offside. Now he straightened it up. His alignment's better. And his fitness has gone. He used to pull up a little bit. It's a sore back which hindered his progress, which restricted him in the field. But now all that's something of the past. a few all format players really performing at a high level, be it one days, be it test matches. A couple here that make him or take him to his 50, his 16th in 20 cricket, his first against Bangladesh, and also 2,000 T20 runs for Pathum Nissanka, 107 for 1. Still a ball remaining in the 10th over. Yeah, fabulous innings. Makes it look easy. A very classical player. Out of time to play his shots. He strike at 161, so it is not as if he's bided his time, been able to put pressure back on the bowling. It was just classical cricket strokes. Back safely is Mishara. Ends the 10th over at 107 for 1, and the players will have drinks. And 39 for 5. Bangladesh fought back to get that score on the board. They were 5 for 53, but now Sri Lanka making light work of the chase. Pathum Nissanka, his 16th T20 half century, leading the way along with Kamil Mishara. All set up with a fabulous new ball spell from Sri Lanka. Couple of wicket maidens to start off this game. After that, it's been about Bangladesh trying to come back into the game. But this partnership of 94 probably put the game to bed. It's now just about how quickly Sri Lanka can get those 33 runs. They should look to finish it off as soon as possible. Talk about net run rates. Playing a team that is a contender. You go through, you work on your rate. The opposition's net run rate also takes a beating. Kamil Mishara playing his 6th game. He started the run feast. Played 3 games in 2022. Yeah, 3 games for Kamil Mishara in 2022, and now making a comeback. Pathum Nissanka needed 50 to get to 2,000 T20 runs. And he did it in style. He's a lovely player to watch. Classical, lovely pull shots all around, picks length very quickly, and is able to pick the gap. Both sides off the wicket. 94-run partnership. Mighty. Continue. They want to
very quick across the grass there, the deep. 32 off 9. Nothing different what Sri Lanka scored. Sanaja told two batters. Batum Nisanka always in the spotlight for Sri Lanka. Goes to the off stump. I don't think there was an edge in there.
Just for once, the Suns are in control.
Swings it around the brilliant catch. Shariful Islam judged it to perfection. Goes.
And just hangs around for a bit, slightly disappointed because he thought the opportunity, the boundary, comes track. The ball is pushed onto his pads, and he caught up with it. Hit it very well, but straight to the man. Out the man to perfection. Shoreful chopped and took a very neat catch. Bangladesh needed that. Maybe it's a little late, but they needed a wicket. Nisanka, he gets fit and goes out. It's 108 for 2.
Kusal Janit Pereira, a slip awaits. The last time Sri Lanka played Bangladesh, Kusal Pereira lasted 2 balls against Maidi and he was caught at slip. That's why he's brought in that slip fielder straight away. Tries the reverse sweep. He likes that shot. One of the few Sri Lankan batters who plays that.
He's a dynamic player. Number 4 in the San Soup. He played field innings in the final.
Against a run of play, a very good over for Bangladesh. A wicket and 2 runs only. 109 for 2.
I want you. That's brilliant. That is lovely.
he's going to bowl out. And why not? He's just got a wicket and he's got two left-handers in. What a match. Yeah, beats a fielder. Mustafizur. Oh, it's Shoriful, in fact. Does well.
Rain continues for Bangladesh. They've lost the plot completely here. Bowling's been pretty poor. The batting has been fantastic tonight from Sri Lanka. Intent right. We'll check the boundary. Well inside the boundary line. Not much left of the game. Russell, you must be a happy man.
This time he hits it hard. That's four. Happier.
Indeed. Kushal Pereira is using that reverse sweep. Almost every other ball this time connected really well. Saw that if he hit it in front of point, had a boundary opportunity. And the intent also was to hit in front of point. Did it successfully this time.
Yeah, very impressive though. The bowling effort, the bowling attack looks threatening. And then coming out to bat, very positive indeed. Know what you get from Nissanka. Faster. They plead for it. Yeah, why not take the review?
Indian leaders plead every appeal of his. I think they will go up.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is not out. I have checked the feet, it's fair delivery. Please move on to front on. Ball is close to the bat. Can we confirm it with ultra? Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. That line as the ball passes the bat. No bat involved. Ball tracking, please. Copy, thank you. Pitching outside off, impact in line and wicket setting. Going back to Faisal on field. Faisal, you need to change your decision to out. Stand by. Your on screen signal out.
Decision reversed by Faisal Afridi. Kusal Pereira has to go back. That did look straight. It was fired in.
One reverse sweep too many. He has to go for a run ball 9. Sri Lanka are 123 for 3.
বাংলাদেশি ও প্রবাসী ভাইদের জানাই আসসালামু আলাইকুম। অনলাইনে বেটিং করবার জন্য ভালো কোনো সাইট খুঁজে পাচ্ছেন না? আর নয় দেরি, এখন বিউইন 365 নিয়ে এলো দারুণ সব অফার। অ্যাকাউন্ট খুললেই পাচ্ছেন ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটে 10% বোনাস। ইউজারদের সুবিধার্থে লেনদেন করতে পারছেন বিকাশ নগদ রকেটে। আমাদের সাইটের মাধ্যমে 24 ঘন্টা কাস্টমার সার্ভিস এবং উইথড্র পাচ্ছেন 2 থেকে 3 মিনিটে। সততাই ব্যবসার মূলধন। আমরা কথায় না কাজে বিশ্বাসী। তাই আর নয় দেরি, অ্যাকাউন্ট খুলতে স্ক্রিনে দেওয়া নাম্বার অথবা পিন কমেন্টে হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নম্বরে যোগাযোগ করবেন।
Dasun Shanaka has got a promotion. It's quite obvious why, Robin, I'll tell you. They want to finish this in a hurry. Someone to thonk it around, then it's Shanaka.
I think more than that, the left-right combination of spinner of Mehdi.
Yep, the other two batters in that batting lineup is Charita Srilanka and Kamindu Mendis. You're talking power hitters, he's one for Sri Lanka.
He certainly is one. Seems like he's got a second lease of life here. National cricket, was captain and then after a point let go from the team. Back here. Certainly one of the better finishers in the game for Sri Lanka.
Last 2 overs from Mahedi has been so good. This was Pereira's wicket.
Yeah. First instance in real time seemed just outside off stump. But the replay clearly in the line of the stumps.
2 for 29 then for Mahedi. Last ball in his spell. And he finishes 2 for 29, 125 for 3.
বাংলাদেশি ও প্রবাসী ভাইদের জানাই আসসালামু আলাইকুম। অনলাইন বেটিং করার জন্য ভালো কোনো সাইট খুঁজে পাচ্ছেন না? আর নয় দেরি, এখন বিউইন 365 নিয়ে দারুণ সব অফার। অ্যাকাউন্ট খুললেই পাচ্ছেন ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটে 10% বোনাস। ইউজারদের সুবিধার্থে লেনদেন করতে পারছেন বিকাশ নগদ রকেটে। আমাদের সাইটের মাধ্যমে 24 ঘন্টা কাস্টমার সার্ভিস এবং উইথড্র পাচ্ছেন 2 থেকে 3 মিনিটে। সততা ব্যবসার মূলধন। আমরা বলছি না বিশ্বাসী, তাই আর নয় দেরি, অ্যাকাউন্ট খুলতে স্ক্রিনে দেওয়া নাম্বার অথবা পিন কমেন্টে দেওয়া হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নম্বরে করবেন।
Right, Sri Lanka needs just 15 of 42 balls. That's not at all frightening in terms of the requirement, and that has a lot to do with the way the Sri Lankan top order has batted. Kusal Mendis didn't contribute, but Nissanka, Mishara, they've all played their part. Now the requirement just over 2 runs and over. He's been good, hasn't he? Amil Mishara. He's looked to pick his spots. He's been very severe on anything short.
He's been great, in fact. Played that role of number 3 really well. It's time to get in. Once he got in, accelerated really well. That partnership with Nissanka was fantastic. Just the thing that Sri Lanka needed at that point in time after that early wicket with Sal Mendes. The pressure, able to put out boundaries. Has gone on to show 66% of boundaries in his innings so far. Picked up. And he's let go, I think. I think they're checking now. For a moment, not going all the way, but seems like it's pocketed slightly into his hands. Shanaka's waiting as well, I beg your pardon. Yeah, he's quite nonchalant, is Mustafizur, where he takes a wicket or a catch. Picked up, he loves the shot, the Shanaka. Oh, easy as you like it from Mustafizur. Another wicket, that means for Bangladesh. Sri Lanka lose their 4th. Shanaka goes as it comes. 3 deliveries, 126 for 4.
বাংলাদেশি ও প্রবাসী ভাইদের জানাই আসসালামু আলাইকুম। অনলাইনে বেটিং করার জন্য ভালো কোনো সাইট খুঁজে পাচ্ছেন না? আর নয় দেরি, এখন বিউইন 365 নিয়ে এলো দারুণ সব অফার। অ্যাকাউন্ট খুললেই পাচ্ছেন ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটে 10% বোনাস। ইউজারদের সুবিধার্থে লেনদেন করতে পারছেন বিকাশ নগদ রকেটে। আমাদের সাইটের মাধ্যমে 24 ঘন্টা কাস্টমার সার্ভিস এবং উইথড্র পাচ্ছেন 2 থেকে 3 মিনিটে। সততাই ব্যবসার মূলধন। আমরা কথা না কাজে বিশ্বাসী, তাই আর নয় দেরি, অ্যাকাউন্ট খুলতে স্ক্রিনে দেওয়া নাম্বার অথবা পিন কমেন্টে দেওয়া হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নম্বরে যোগাযোগ করবেন।
Well, what Bangladesh has done very well is to get wickets close to each other, 123 and 126. So Charita Salanka comes out at number 6 and gets off the mark with a good-looking shot in front of square. Good timing, couple of runs. Sri Lanka's plan is quite apparent, just to make sure that you have that right combination, and then Nasun gets out, and you bring in the left.
Obviously, the thought process was about bringing a left-right combination so that bowlers bowl to different angles. Sri Lanka does have a lot of left-handers in their lineup. But Sri Lanka generally bats in the top 4, batting down at number 6 tonight. 126 strike rate, average is 23, but is a much better player than his numbers. Oh, that's close. It has gone up. But I reckon he might just be in here, Roshan.
TV umpire to director. Well, I'll tell you what. We have an umpire review for run out at bowler's end. Please give me best side on angle. Can you please zoom it up? I want to see whether the bat is in the air or grounded.
Take one frame back. Yeah, please. Okay. Is grounded inside the popping crease and the wickets are broken. I'm ready with my decision for the big screen.
Well, eventually it looked up a little bit easier than what I thought. When it was a direct hit, I expected it to be much tighter.
He was well in, wasn't he? Sometimes you make out by the demeanor of the batter. Mishar has been watching the ball like a hawk, picking every variation from the bowler. Playing the situation, he knows they only need 10 runs to win. The only settled batter in. That dismissal of Shanaka was a very good shot, to be very honest. Not an easy shot to play the cup off the hips. For a moment, I thought it was generally shot fine legs, so I thought 4 or 6. Biz was waiting. Fine leg.
And nothing wrong with the shot. Really nothing wrong with the shot. Oh, goes big, and it's cleared the boundary with the greatest of ease. Sri Lanka now just 4 runs away from a win, 136 for 4.
বাংলাদেশি ও প্রবাসী ভাইদের জানাই আসসালামু আলাইকুম। অনলাইনে করবার জন্য ভালো কোনো সাইট খুঁজে পাচ্ছেন না? আর নয় দেরি, এখন বিউইন 365 নিয়ে এলো দারুণ সব অফার। অ্যাকাউন্ট খুললেই পাচ্ছেন ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটে 10% বোনাস। ইউজারদের সুবিধার্থে লেনদেন করতে পারছেন বিকাশ নগদ রকেটে। আমাদের সাইটের মাধ্যমে 24 ঘন্টা কাস্টমার সার্ভিস এবং উইথড্র পাচ্ছেন 2 থেকে 3 মিনিটে। সততাই ব্যবসার মূলধন। আমরা কথায় না, কাজে বিশ্বাসী। তাই আর নয় দেরি, অ্যাকাউন্ট খুলতে স্ক্রিনে দেওয়া নাম্বার অথবা পিন কমেন্টে দেওয়া হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নম্বরে যোগাযোগ করবেন।
And has been for a long time for Sri Lanka. Just a stroke away now, Sri Lanka. And they're going at 9.7 runs. That will not harm their net run rate because it could come down to that, though Sri Lanka gets off to a good win here. Every drop matters, Roshan. Especially in tournaments like these, net run rate are precious.
There's 4 runs to go. Shamim coming on, so. But you need to take a look at that last 6. That was an outstanding shot.
That is so true. Oh, you can feel how well that went off the bat. The sound of it, the distance, the cleanliness of that shot. It's tough. That batter's dream about.
It sounded clinical, isn't it? I mean, it came off the middle of the bat, that sweet sound where the leather hits that sweet spot.
So it's what we call the divine sound for batters. And that crack off the bat coming off clean. Shamim here, tossing it up. Telling the batters, there you go, have a go at it.
We've spoken a lot about Mishara, the way he's battered. Gives himself room and he only finds. In fact, they will be happy with a single here. But what has impressed me a lot? Oh, in fact, they're coming for 2. And that's it. That's what Sri Lanka wanted, and they won in the 15th over. For a moment, I thought they were going to settle for a single, and Sri Lanka win by 6 wickets.
বাংলাদেশি ও প্রবাসী ভাইদের জানাই আসসালামু আলাইকুম। অনলাইনে বেটিং করবার জন্য ভালো কোনো সাইট খুঁজে পাচ্ছেন না? আর নয় দেরি, এখন বিউইন 365 নিয়ে এলো দারুণ সব অফার। অ্যাকাউন্ট খুললেই পাচ্ছেন ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটে 10% বোনাস। ইউজারদের সুবিধার্থে লেনদেন করতে পারছেন বিকাশ নগদ রকেটে। আমাদের সাইটের মাধ্যমে 24 ঘন্টা কাস্টমার সার্ভিস এবং উইথড্র পাচ্ছেন 2 থেকে 3 মিনিটে। সততাই ব্যবসার মূলধন। আমরা কথায় না, কাজে বিশ্বাসী। তাই আর নয় দেরি, অ্যাকাউন্ট খুলতে স্ক্রিনে দেওয়া নাম্বার অথবা পিন কমেন্টে দেওয়া হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নম্বরে যোগাযোগ করবেন।
এভাবে ফুল এইচডিতে প্রত্যেকটি লাইভ খেলা দেখতে চাইলে অবশ্যই আমাদের এই পেজটি ফলো করে দিন এবং শেয়ার করে দিন আপনার সকল বন্ধুদের সাথে।
বাংলাদেশি ও প্রবাসী ভাইদের জানাই আসসালামু আলাইকুম। অনলাইনে বেটিং করবার জন্য ভালো কোনো সাইট খুঁজে পাচ্ছেন না? আর নয় দেরি, এখন বিউইন 365 নিয়ে এলো দারুণ সব অফার। অ্যাকাউন্ট খুললেই পাচ্ছেন ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটে 10% বোনাস। ইউজারদের সুবিধার্থে লেনদেন করতে পারছেন বিকাশ নগদ রকেটে। আমাদের সাইটের মাধ্যমে 24 ঘন্টা কাস্টমার সার্ভিস এবং উইথড্র পাচ্ছেন 2 থেকে 3 মিনিটে। সততাই ব্যবসার মূলধন। আমরা কথায় না, কাজে বিশ্বাসী। তাই আর নয় দেরি, অ্যাকাউন্ট খুলতে স্ক্রিনে দেওয়া নাম্বার অথবা পিন কমেন্টে দেওয়া হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নম্বরে যোগাযোগ করবেন।
game of the tournament, the reigning champion Sri Lanka. Yes, that's the result. Wins by 6 wickets with more than 5 overs to spare, and eventually turned out to be a very clinical effort.
Clinical effort indeed. Ganajay Surya, the head coach, will be really happy. This man missed out tonight. But this man here, as a youngster in only his 6th game, held one end up, absorbed the pressure, and was clinical with his batting efforts, especially his batsmanship. Really, really good batting. And Sri Lanka are off to a flyer in the Asia Cup.
Right, Sri Lanka innings was studded with partnerships. It was a very good second wicket partnership of 95 runs between Pathum Nissanka and Kamil Mitara. Pathum Nissanka was very good of making 50.
বেট আইডি নিতে স্ক্রিনে থাকা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নম্বরে যোগাযোগ করুন অথবা পিন করা লিংকে ক্লিক করুন আর পাচ্ছেন বোনাস। মিস করেন না। বেট আইডি নিতে স্ক্রিনে থাকা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নম্বরে যোগাযোগ করুন অথবা পিন করা লিংকে ক্লিক করুন আর পাচ্ছেন বোনাস। মিস করেন না। বেট আইডি নিতে স্ক্রিনে থাকা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নম্বরে যোগাযোগ করুন অথবা পিন করা লিংকে ক্লিক করুন আর পাচ্ছেন বোনাস। মিস করেন না। বেট আইডি নিতে স্ক্রিনে থাকা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নম্বরে যোগাযোগ করুন অথবা পিন করা লিংকে ক্লিক করুন আর পাচ্ছেন বোনাস। মিস করেন না।
বাংলাদেশি ও প্রবাসী ভাইদের জানাই আসসালামু আলাইকুম। অনলাইনে বেটিং করবার জন্য ভালো কোনো সাইট খুঁজে পান না? আর নয় দেরি, এখন বিউইং 365 নিয়ে এলো দারুণ সব অফার। অ্যাকাউন্ট খুললেই পাচ্ছেন ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটে 10% বোনাস। ইউজারদের সুবিধার্থে লেনদেন করতে পারছেন বিকাশ নগদ রকেটে আমাদের সাইটের মাধ্যমে।